He was old enough to know better. He had been taught and teased by the most expert female since Adam's wife fed him the forbidden fruit. Looking at Reno, Slater stirred the pearls and gold coins he had just won from Eve. "I figure this should match the ring you won off of Raleigh," he said to Reno, "and be worth a damn sight more than that journal you've got left," he added to Raleigh. "The hell you say," Raleigh retorted. "I have it on good authority that this here old journal contains a genuine Spanish treasure map worth more than all the pearls in the Orient." Slater looked coldly at the book, but didn't object to Raleigh's statement. Reno picked up the elegant ancient ring he had won earlier from Raleigh. Emeralds flashed subtly, surrounded by gold so pure it took the imprint of his fingernail. The stones were pretty enough, but it was the gold that held Reno's interest. To him, the feel and weight of gold was like nothing else. Women's flesh was sweet and soft, but women were as fickle as a spring wind. Gold never changed, never corrupted, never turned out to be less than it seemed. Silently, Reno measured the ring against the girl whose name was as improbable as the innocence in her golden eyes. It was Raleigh who expressed Reno's doubts aloud. "Huh," Raleigh said to Eve. "So you figure you're worth as much as the ring, the pearls, or the treasure map? You must know some pretty fancy tricks." The smile he gave Eve was frankly insulting. "Give the little lady what she wants," Slater said coldly. "One way or another, she'll pay up. At Denver prices, a month of her time should cover it." Eve barely managed not to shudder at the thought of being at the mercy of a man like Jericho Slater for a single night, much less for a month. Silently, she told herself she didn't have to worry. She wouldn't have to pay off the bet because she had no intention of losing. For once, the idea of cheating at cards didn't make Eve squirm with unhappiness. If anything, there was a certain rough justice in cheating Slater and his gang. Everything of value on the table had been stolen a few days ago by Raleigh King. If she had to cheat to get everything back, she would. Her only regret was that she could do no worse than that to the man who had murdered Don and Donna Lyon. With outward casualness, Eve continued shuffling while she waited for the third player to agree to the unexpected bet. When no agreement came, she glanced cautiously at the man from beneath her thick eyelashes. The green-eyed stranger had taken a seat at the table an hour ago, just before Eve had begun to deal the first hand. A single look at the stranger had told her two things. She had never seen a man who appealed more to her, and she had never seen a man more dangerous. She suspected that the stranger's Virginia drawl was as misleading as the seeming indolence of his movements. There was no laziness in his green eyes. Wariness was as much a part of him as his black hair and powerful body. Yet Eve's instincts kept whispering that this man was somehow different from men like Slater and Raleigh, cruel men who cared nothing about hurting or destroying those who were weaker than themselves. "Just one thing," Slater added coldly. "Make damned sure all the cards you deal yourself come from the top of the deck." Eve forced herself to smile despite the ice condensing in her stomach. She had no doubt that Slater would kill a woman he caught cheating just as quickly as he would kill a man. "Are you accusing me of cheating?" Eve asked. "You've been warned," was all Slater said. Reno shifted slightly. The motion brought the butt of his six-gun closer to his left hand. Silently, he measured the cat-like elegance of the girl with the determined eyes and the soft mouth. "You sure you want to bet yourself, miss?" "What was that name again?" Reno asked, though he knew very well. "Starr," she said softly.